Hello and welcome to the MineWreckers server. My name is Weird and Bearded, and as you can see, the tree farm has been built with some Endermen as well. I'll find where they're spawning. I'll hopefully get rid of them. There are some areas that I just can't spawn through for various reasons. And also, while I was building it, the wither over there died. I don't really know how that happened. But that is this done. My inventory is an absolute mess at the moment. And also I have started getting some spruce wood. But I need a place to build this stuff. So I am going to get all of this cleared up. We're going to start gathering some materials. The stuff that I know I need. There's some stuff that I don't know about yet. But I'll gather the things that I know that I need. And then we're going to start building a shop. So here we are in the shopping district. Is this going to be a building build? Is this going to be an organic build? Should I start recording this after the sun goes down? I'm in the shopping district, but where am I going to put my shop? Is it going to be in the buildings area? Is it going to be in the organics area? Well, when a lot of people sell logs, they tend to go towards more building styles, you know, logging companies or trucks and stuff with logs on, stuff like that. But me, I'm going to go for a wood chipper. So I have gone a little out of the way just so we can build some more paths out for more shops. And I have come over here because, of course, I can't just build a wood chipper. It's got to do things. So we need redstone. So I've dug out this pit. I have got everything I need for the redstone side of things. We'll figure out the aesthetic afterwards. And the idea is we're going to be doing 1 diamond for 1 stack of blocks. And when they put a diamond in, that stack of blocks gets shot out the top of the wood chipper. Because I find that idea funny. So I think let's get in the starting bits for one of the slices. So where they're going to put in the diamonds, stuff like that. And then we'll start figuring out how this is going to work. If you couldn't tell by how precisely I've dug the hole and the materials that I've gathered, I already know how this is going to work. So here we have our first little section. Each one of these is going to have 4 droppers, just for a bit of added speed. And the idea is they're going to put their diamonds into the barrel. We're going to have a log underneath the lamp to represent what each one is going to be spitting out. So this one will probably be acacia or similar. And we need to count each diamond. For each one, spit out 16 logs, but also stop taking diamonds if we run out of stock, which is indicated by this lamp. So currently there's nothing in any of the droppers. If we put something into here, then you'll see the lamp turns on to say that there's stock, and this redstone turns off so that the hopper underneath will be able to do things. So let's start getting some more redstone in, and I think initially we'll just do my timing system to make sure it takes 1 diamond at a time. So we have another circuit in place. I haven't tested this bit on the server. It works in my testing world. It should work absolutely fine here. I don't think anything's going to clash with the surroundings. But what we have done here, you can see as soon as an item goes into that hopper, we're going to be activating the entire system, pulling back those blocks so the system immediately gets deactivated. But we have this little comparator cooldown. So while it will deactivate immediately, it will take a while for it to fully turn off. And then what that's doing is powering those 2 torches. So that redstone line would turn off if there was stuff in the system that could be delivered. And then the next item can go through. So let's quickly simulate all of that. I'll just use what I have on me. So we'll put the pork chops in here. And then we'll put some rockets in there. So it takes out 1 at a time. So it's just on the first one. And it should go through this whole thing 5 times. So there's number 2. And you can see the signal cooling down. Then as soon as it turns off, it gets out the 3rd one. 2 more to go, and that's this bit tested. Number 4, and then we should just have the last one, hopefully. That is looking good. And then it should revert back to normal. Wonderful. So what I need to do next is add another circuit in underneath, which is going to be activating these 4 droppers. As you can see, changes have been made. We have another little comparison cooldown at the bottom, which gets activated when that torch turns off. It pulls back that observer, starts up the entire system. What that is going to do is push those observers just long enough for 32 items to be spat out. So then we go through that system again, and another 32 items. That's going to give us a full stack. That happens quickly enough that this one hasn't run out yet. So it's going to give time for this to say, hang on, there's nothing left in here. You may also notice that the light is on and we have a spruce log. I've decided this one's going to be spruce because that's what I have at the moment. That's all I've been farming so far. And I have enough in here for 2 runs. So let's pretend that my cooked pork chops are diamonds. And we're going to put in 5. So what we want to see, we have the first set of stuff coming out. These are going to go everywhere. There's the second set. And then it stops because it's now out of stock. So they can come and collect the rest of their diamonds. They don't get stolen from them. And then we just need to send these logs out. So the next step is going to be building up the rest of the redstone. Let's do this. The redstone is now all in place and I've got the spruce logs in. I'll need to do some farming for the other 4 logs. You may be wondering, I farmed us 5 logs, why do I have another 5? I do intend to get warp logs, not warp logs, warped stems, crimson stems, dark oak, and mangrove wood into here as well. And also once 1.20 comes out, we can introduce the bamboo wood as well. So I'm going to be selling all of that stuff eventually. Obviously, it doesn't really matter because it's just going to show it's out of stock, which I'm fine with. But it doesn't really look like a wood chipper in any way. So that is going to be the next step. And I think, first of all, I want to work on the funnel that the wood's going to come out of. Also, that I can get this bit covered up because we're going to see where the water's leading. So that's going to be the next step. We're going to go with a nice orange terracotta, and I want this to be big. I want, as you approach, I want that funnel to really loom over you, and then we'll have the wood landing probably somewhere around here-ish. We shall see. So I'm going to go gather a load of orange terracotta, build up that funnel, and we will see where to go next. It looks a little cartoony, but I am okay with that. I've also got all the water in place, so now if I take what is definitely a diamond, I mean, I'm not sorting out diamonds, but we rely on the honour system the same way that we do with all of the shops. We put that in, and then we can come over to the funnel, and it is wonderful. It's so pathetic for the size of the funnel, but I kind of love it. And then we come over, and we have our stack of spruce. So that's working. I'm really happy with that. Next thing is to build this bit up to make it look like an engine, and I have no idea how I'm going to do that. Let's find out. Wood chipper or weird alien snail? Put your guesses down in the comments. But the engine is in place. It looks ridiculous. I don't know if this sort of engine would go with a wood chipper. Quite frankly, I don't care. I like it. It's funny. So now all I need is the rear funnel. We might put a tree out the back, but that might be a job for later because I do have other things I need to get done this episode. But we'll get the rear funnel in, and then this thing is going to be complete. The more I build this, the more ridiculous it looks, and I absolutely love it. The rear funnel is in. This is now, as far as I'm concerned, complete. I need to do some stocking, but we'll deal with that later. Now, normally the funnels will face up a bit. I've got mine completely level. In fact, it touches the ground, and this is so. Once I've built a tree here, I'll make sure I've got this still covered, but I can run into the funnel, come in and restock. I will put in some indicators for what goes where, just to remind myself. The items go into minecart hoppers, just because then they are split evenly down below, so as long as I put things in full stacks, people won't be overcharged. And then I can come down either side to pick up my diamonds. So I'm happy with this. It all works. We've got a block missing here, but that's because we don't have bamboo wood yet. I might put in another block just as a temporary measure. But now it is time to make some Christmas presents and get them delivered. I'm over at Rin and Aries' base to deliver some Christmas presents, because what is Christmas for if not to shamelessly advertise? So we have to Aries, Merry Christmas from WAP Industries. Same thing for Rin. We have a stack of each of the coloured walls that I sell, a stack of all the wood that I'm currently selling. So they now know that they can get some from me. I'm going to be obviously delivering the rest to the other MineWreckers. But in the meantime, that is everything for this episode. There will be another episode coming out for the new year. I don't know what's going to be in it yet. But in the meantime, thank you all for watching. My name is Weird and Bearded, and I will see you all next time.